Anderson's News Network presents the Year in Review with Elizabeth Smith, Henry Wilson, and Flynn Adams. Good morning, America. This is Flynn Adams coming to you live from the ANN News Network with the annual Year in Review. I will be your host today, and I personally am looking forward to reviewing all the wonderful things this country has accomplished. The years between 1849 and 1851 has been full of excitement and included many important events. Through the last few years, we, the people, have experienced events that include the California Gold Rush, the Compromise of 1850, the congressional elections, and much more. Within these years, as a country, we have experienced sorrow with the death of our former president, Zachary Taylor, but has experienced happiness with our current president, Millard Fillmore, took office. Within this program, we will have an exclusive interview with no other than the great compromiser himself, Henry Clay, where we will learn the details and get key insight on the Compromise of 1850. Later on in this program, we will also discuss the Gold Rush, where we will get an analysis from this major event. I am very pleased to be sharing this broadcast with you tonight, and without further ado, I would like to send you out to my reporter, Elizabeth Smith, who is currently at Stanford.
Hello, America. I am Elizabeth Smith, and today I am with the great compromiser himself, Henry Clay.
Hey, thanks for having me, Elizabeth, today. Big shout out to the girls for helping me win my election. Clay is the way, baby. Clay is the way.
So, Mr. Clay, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, Elizabeth. How about you?
I'm doing very good, very good.
Really happy to hear that.
Now, I understand they call you the great compromiser. So, can you tell us your most recent compromise?
Yes, I am the great compromiser, as everybody knows. And my most recent compromise was the Compromise of 1850, which is meant to try and please the North and the South of our beautiful country.
That is very interesting. Now, I understand this compromise has 4 parts. Can you explain the first part to us?
The first would be to admit California as a free state, and New Mexico and Utah would become territories in our great country with no votes in Congress and would be able to choose on their own whether it be a free state or whether it be a slave state based on popular sovereignty, of course.
It's understandable. So now, what is the second part of your compromise?
Well, the next part of the compromise deals with the Texas-Mexican border. Land would be given to New Mexico from Texas. In exchange, Texas would give New Mexico $10 million in exchange for the land.
Very interesting. Now, what is the third part of your compromise?
Thirdly, the slave trade throughout the country will be abolished. However, the slavery itself in Washington, D.C. will not be abolished.
That's very interesting. Now, what is the last part of your compromise?
The final part of the compromise would be to pass the fugitive slave law, which is any escaped slave that escapes from the north border will be returned to its proper owner in the South.
It's very interesting, Mr. Clay. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have today. And it was a pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, folks, thank you for tuning in. It's been good, America. Back to you, Flynn.
Elizabeth Smith for that keen insight on the Compromise of 1850, and thank you, Henry Clay, for being a guest person in our today's broadcast. Next, we have Henry Wilson, who will be interviewing a miner from the California Gold Rush.
I'm Henry Wilson, live in California, where I found a miner searching for some gold. Excuse me, sir. What is your name?
Oh, hi. I'm Peter Emery. Nice to meet you.
Now, sir, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Mississippi.
That's very interesting, sir. Now, how long did it take you to get from Mississippi to California?
Oh, well, it took me about 4 months, We ran into some bandits, but nothing like a little man-to-man combat to fight them off.
Well, very good, sir. Now, you bring your family out here in California?
No, actually, they were back in Mississippi, Every piece of gold nugget like this one, I send it back because, it's hard to keep a stable life out here, especially with the cold and, the bandits. So I like to try and keep it stable over there.
Well, you're doing a good job, sir. Now, how long have you been mining here in California?
I've been mining here about 6 months, only 4 gold nuggets, so not enough to completely supply my family, but You know, it's going okay. Hoping for a good month.
Well, sir, I hope you do well out here, and congratulations on the gold you found so far.
Thank you.
Henry Wilson here, and now I'm live in a remote log cabin in California, where I'm going to discuss my opinions on how the California gold rush has impacted this very fine nation, and the impact it will have on us in the near future. Basically, California is a free state. However, there are many Southern representatives in California who want either California to become a slave state, or they want it to be two states, one free and one slave. Now, the North feels that it should obviously just be a free state because, especially since the population of California is growing, the more people in a free state, the better. Also, with the influx of Chinese immigrants coming from China due to the problems with famine and the impact the Opium War has had on them, British have caused them great troubles, which is in a way good for us because now the population of California has increased a good amount. Not so much yet due to Chinese immigration, but there will be more Chinese immigrants in the future, I'm sure. Now, in terms of the issue with whether California should be a free state or a slave state, it's tough. I mean, it's something that's tearing our nation apart, and someone needs to stop it. Henry Clay, in the past, has come up with several compromises that have sort of put the bandage on the wound, so to speak. But they have not completely fixed the problem. And soon this country might boil over in war, and it's not good. Now, this has been Henry Wilson, my comments on the California gold rush and its impact on the United States of America. To tweet your comments, go to #Anderson News Network. This has been Henry Wilson. It's been good, America. Back to you, Flynn Adams.
For the analysis, Henry Wilson. Well, there you have it. These past few years have sculpted America. Events like the California Gold Rush and the Compromise of 1850 have left tremendous impacts on the American people. After this program, we are left with many conflicts, such as whether the California Gold Rush was truly beneficial for the people of the United States. We are also left in the great pleasement of the wonderful job Henry Clay has done for us. Sadly, our time has come to an end, but I look forward to seeing you next year. In the meantime, this is the ANN News Network crew signing off saying, it's been good.